we're testing to make sure that each piece of AX works functionally with the other pieces of AX. It all has to work together, and the testing is what's going to help us to understand that we've got it right.
Trying to break the process through so that you guys don't have all kinds of issues when we actually get into user training.
So it's a little bit more complicated than just throwing some buttons on a screen. You actually have to put some thought into it.
We purposely forget or omit certain areas of the item setup process, and then we try to complete some of the tasks that would rely on that data.
So we're trying to do our best to break it as best we can before we go live. Yeah.
And what we have done here is listed every function that each button has and roughly where it will be placed. So it's still kind of a work in progress, and we will of course test the placement of all the buttons and the functionality of the POS, and just making sure that it's as easy to use as possible.
Creating them and making sure the items point up correctly with the pricing, which is loaded in through a trade agreement.
One of the first things that we test is the actual setup of the item and creation of the SKU within Dynamics. So the first thing we would do to set up a product is create a item number and then assign it to the product.
We're also checking to make sure the correct vendors are loaded in that are approved to buy the product
from the point of the PO being received at Pet Depot, that creates a financial transaction in the general ledger.
And we literally have to go through every single function that the POS does and every scenario that we might encounter at the store.
But I can't yet see anything coming from the POS side, but we're really close. So I hope on Monday I may see my very first POS transactions hitting the general ledger.
Testing is a critically important part of the Astro project, and we wouldn't have it any other way. We're going to spend the right amount of time to get it right.